to do intermittent fasting to lose a lot of weight. In this video, we will discuss the real power of intermittent fasting and why it works. Some people think intermittent fasting is a diet regimen, but it is not. It is a mechanism or tool, which is a pattern or eating schedule. It has nothing to do with how much you eat or how many calories you consume. Intermittent fasting is about when and how often you eat, or if you don't eat. Some may ask, if it is not about what you eat or how many calories you consume, how could it work? Or why would anybody want to do it? The real reason is that when and how often you eat can affect certain hormones in your body. Hormones play a significant part in weight loss. There are more than 50 hormones in the human body, with each controlling or regulating different biological processes in the body. Intermittent fasting controls the fat-burning hormone, which determines how much and fast you can lose weight. Growth hormone is also a part of the fat-burning family. It is instrumental in building lean body mass and muscles, which are very important because they aid in weight loss. Insulin is another hormone in the same family that does the opposite. It helps you store fat, which is not what you want when trying to lose weight. Insulin is a dominating hormone that will prevent you from losing weight. This is because it blocks growth hormones and other fat-burning hormones, making you gain weight. Intermittent fasting is very effective at reducing body weight, decreasing fasting glucose and fasting insulin, and reducing insulin resistance. Intermittent fasting plays a significant role in how these hormones function. The most crucial thing fasting does to the insulin is that when you fast, the blood levels of insulin in the body drop significantly, facilitating fat burning and making it easy for you to lose weight. Another thing that intermittent fasting does to help you lose weight is that it increases your levels of adiponectin while decreasing levels of leptin in your body. Leptin enhances metabolism and reduces appetite. High leptin levels tell your brain that you are full, making you less hungry. Elevated adiponectin levels, on the other hand, are associated with higher weight gain. What happens when you have insulin resistance and your pancreas pumps too much insulin over time? This mechanism or technique known as intermittent fasting can help you heal or block insulin resistance. It starts blocking and sending different minerals and blood to other body parts, where they are needed to help the body function. The body needs low insulin in the cell and low glucose because a high amount of insulin and glucose is very destructive to your body, and that can also lead to prediabetes, which multiplies your problem. Yes, our bodies need insulin in the right amount to function properly. However, when it is excessive or has progressed to a condition known as hyperinsulinemia, it will lead to excessive weight gain and other adverse health issues like heart disease or cancer. So intermittent fasting, when done right and regularly, can help you reverse all these adverse conditions caused by too much insulin and elevated glucose. As we talk about insulin, you may wonder and say, I thought we were discussing intermittent fasting. And yes, we are, because the sole mission of intermittent fasting is to slow down insulin spikes. Insulin makes you gain weight, and when you eat, your insulin will spike or go up. That is a natural way, and what eating foods do to us. So, for example, if you are the type that eats 3 square meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and have a couple of snacks in between, what do you think will happen to your insulin level? It will go up. In most cases, insulin spike is not based on how much you eat, but on how often you eat. When you eat foods, especially foods high in carbohydrates, your blood sugar will also elevate your insulin levels. Typically, this spike can last up to 45 minutes to an hour after eating. Eating balanced and healthy mixed meals helps slow the insulin spike, but it will go up even at smaller amounts after you eat. Our bodies are not meant to eat and graze all hours of the day. That is why some nutritionists advise that eating 3 meals daily is more beneficial than snacking in between meals. This video is not necessarily about what you eat, but how often and your eating pattern. Intermittent fasting is a pattern of eating that refrains you from eating calories for an extended period, lasting between 12 to 38 and even up to 40 hours. The most straightforward and often the preferred intermittent fast pattern or method is the 16-8 method. This method means that you only eat for 8 hours during the day and fast for the rest of the 16 hours within 24 hours. Another method of intermittent fasting is the 24-hour fast, or what is known as the Eat, Stop, Eat method, the twice-a-week method, and the alternate day fasting. The 24-hour fast, or Eat, Stop, Eat method, means that you eat no food for 24 hours. For example, from breakfast to breakfast or lunch to lunch. However, when on this diet, you can drink water, tea, or other non-calorie drinks during your fasting period. The Eat, Stop, Eat is probably the most difficult for most people, but it can be very effective. The 5-2 method, or twice-a-week intermittent fast, means limiting your calories to 500 for 2 days a week, eating only 300 and 200 calories respectively for those 2 days. And finally, the ADF, or the alternate day fasting, means you fast for the entire day and eat whatever you like the next day. Intermittent fasting works because during your fasting period, you mostly burn fat. You will burn fat without gaining calories when you fast, no matter what method you choose. However, your dedication and applying the rules appropriately and effectively determines how effective your chosen method will work. What is more critical about intermittent fasting is not necessarily the method you choose, but how dedicated you are to following the rules patterning to your preferred method of intermittent fasting. It would be best if you didn't damage your metabolism by being inconsistent with your fasting method. So follow it religiously to achieve the goal you set out to achieve, losing weight. Don't get me wrong, transitioning from where you currently are to doing intermittent fasting will take time for you to ultimately get into the groove and become consistent with your chosen method. This may take you a few months, but once you get on the right track, you will be on the path to a constant fat-burning journey. Intermittent fasting works, and even more critically, it has a lot of other advantages for your overall good health, especially the positive effect it will have on your insulin, blood glucose, and pancreas. Give it a try and see if this is the weight loss method you have been waiting for. Thank you for watching, and please see the links to other videos in the descriptions that might interest you. Happy and successful weight loss journey to you all. I hope you liked the video. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thank you.